Oh gosh. Oh my Lord, the pickles, the cherries,
that stuff is a little loud. I gotta say. So, what do you think? Oh, you gonna buy a jar of each?
No.
I mean, I think I had the jar of cherries up there in the medicine cabinet before. I shouldn't have bought these. I should have just went up there and got that and said, "Here, let's just take a shot of NyQuil."
Yeah, that we should have just done that.
it would have been about the same. Yeah.
At least you would have had that menthol, so we could have breathed easier. But
you know, though, I got to say, I liked the pickle. It was not bad. It was the better of the two. And here's the thing: I thought I was going to really, 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 really like the cherries. I don't know, though, man. Those things were hard.
Well, I'll tell you, if you know somebody that's got a toothache, give them one of them cherries.
Or you want to make their tongue go numb, like mine is a little bit right now, right?
Yeah.
That's some wild stuff, dude. It's good, though.
Yeah.
So once it hit my gut, it just like it was like an inferno.
So welcome to our 50th.
Our 50th episode, ladies and gentlemen.
It is. Claywell is here across from me, and we have a special guest in the studio tonight. Mr. Obi is back.
Yeah, glad to be back. Always fun.
So, we've got a few things that we're going to talk about tonight. I guess we could just dive right into it, or if we want to just sit around and chat for a few minutes just to kind of catch up, because it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since we recorded now.
Close to it, yeah. Almost a month, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I just, before we get all whatever we're doing, 50th episode, that's a huge milestone for us. As anybody that's been listening to us for a period of time knows, sometimes it takes us a while to get a new episode out. So 50 episodes may sound, some people might think, well, that's one a week. That's less than a year. You guys haven't even been doing this a year. No, we've been doing this like 3 years now.
Yeah.
So,
and the thing is, I mean, both of us, have full-time jobs and sometimes 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So
and families
and families and life just happens, and we've had a pandemic, and I mean, there's just been so many, I don't want to say like road bumps, but like speed bumps, but there's been a lot of turns that we've taken over the last 3 years. You know it?
Yeah. It's taken us a while to get here, but we finally made 50 episodes, and I am pumped.
Me too.
Like, we're still going strong. We still have a great time doing it. We still have people out there that listen, so why not keep going, right?
I can recall way back when we first started all of this, getting a phone call and being like, you know what? I think we want to do I want to do a podcast. And, I've got this idea. Would you like to do it? And I was like, heck yeah, let's do this.
Right.
So, and it's been absolute, it's been absolutely wonderful. Every time that I get to sit down with these guys, it's great. So,
yeah. And it's, I guess I am just a stereotypical bandwagoner. Everybody has a podcast now, so do I. Everybody streams on Twitch now, so do I. So, but I have fun doing it, and that's the reason I do it.
And that's the bottom line of it, man.
So, and hopefully I can share little bits of information that
I learn
help someone else.
Dude, I learn every time that we have one of these podcasts.
So do I. Yeah.
So
I learn from you. I learn from the research. I learn from whatever we're doing. Yeah. It's always a good time.
So, Obes.
Pickle's coming up. Hang on.
Rearing its ugly head.
A little burp there. Never again.
So, if for any of you guys that haven't watched the little video yet that accompanies this episode, so we did I guess you would call it a challenge. I've not seen anything on like TikTok or anything like that, but the food challenge thing is kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So we went and purchased a couple of jars of the Old Smoky brand moonshine foods, and when I say foods, one of them is dill pickle, the other is like maraschino cherry. And we tried them, and OMG, the pickle to me was not as heavy and hard until that second bite, and then it really kind of kicked me in the face.
Yeah.
The cherries, like, I don't know, we stuck like 3 of them on like a little skewer thing and tried all 3 of them at once, because one, I mean, yeah, you'll get the flavor, but you really get a good bite with 3 of them.
Yeah.
And dude, they also, it was like NyQuil turned up to 10. So
yeah, it's just cough syrup.
Just cough
it's
syrup.
It's an edible cough syrup. It's a soft Cough drop.
Yeah,
There you go.
Kind of like it's like Luden's dipped in moonshine.
Yeah, but no, would not recommend either one of those.
So here's
It's
the
an
weirdest thing.
acquired
So
taste.
we've tried this now, right? And this whole cherry, like the cherry one. I mean, like I say, weird as it can be. There is a trend, obviously, that's going on out there right now. I was listening to, of course, NPR, because that's what all I listen to, it seems like, anymore. Listening to NPR, and they have a game show on there called Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I love it.
So today, I think it was either today. Yeah, it was earlier this morning. They were saying that there's a trend out there, and the FDA is shutting it down. They're basically they're putting out this warning, telling people not to do this, and it is cooking chicken in NyQuil, like cherry NyQuil.
I heard about that.
And
yeah.
they're saying that the reason that you don't want to do this is if you boil or you cook NyQuil, you're reducing it. You're making a reduction, which is enhancing the drug effect in it. So it's making people like extremely sick. And I can't, in the back of my mind, when I tried these cherries, I was like, I wonder if this is what NyQuil chicken tastes like.
Who comes up with that?
I don't know.
I mean, where do you come up just one day and be like, I'm going to just cook that chicken in some NyQuil?
And of course, wait, they all are comedians, and they were having a good time with it. And they were like, if I'm going to have NyQuil chicken, I'm going to crush up some Flintstones vitamins and garnish the top with that, because I got to have some sort of. And I was like, oh my
Do
god,
they
these
still
guys are
make
crazy.
the Flintstone vitamins?
Oh yeah, my kid takes them all
Really?
daily. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, like the little crunchy ones?
They make the crunchy ones, and they make gummy ones now. She does the gummy ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the sour gummy ones.
Do you? Are they? I mean, the kids like the sour ones.
Abigail loves them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaylin doesn't go much for them, but Abigail loves them.
Yeah, my kid's not much on the sour stuff, but yeah, she does like the gummy. She has like 2 or 3 different things. She got like a probiotic one. She does like the elderberry, and then she does the just the regular like Flintstone gummy.
I do an elderberry gummy every day.
Yep. Yeah, they say it's supposed to help. I mean, I don't know.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberries.
Oh, that makes me think of a good old. A few years ago, Chris and Rachel, my brother and sister-in-law, and Ashley and I, we went to Nashville and got to see Spamalot.
Nice.
That was so good, and that was seeing them do that live was flipping hilarious.
Cool. So I got a question for you too, because I was up in the air.
In the air.
Yeah, it was either the Old Smoky challenge, the pickle and cherry,
Yeah.
or I was thinking about the one chip challenge.
Oh hell no!
Oh, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
There's not enough money.
Next time, just if you got
The
one
one
I'll
that
do
comes
it.
in the little coffin.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No, I'd do it in a
Pocky.
heartbeat.
Yeah, nope, don't want no part of that, because I have seen people do that. That thing that comes out of there, it looks like if you could look into a black hole.
Yep.
It's that much seasoning. I'm like, no. Why would you put yourself into that?
If I tried it, I would literally take a pair of tweezers and break off a corner, and that's all I would
Oh
eat.
my god!
Yeah, I just
no.
wouldn't put the whole chip in my mouth.
The thing is that's what people are doing. They'll throw the whole chip in there and try to get it down as quick as
You
possible.
have to. Because once you stop eating, you're not going to put yourself through that again.
And then afterwards, the reaction, like the visceral reaction that their body has to this thing,
the drooling and snotting, and,
and throwing up and having to drink the milk. And I'm not a milk drinker either. Like I'm that weird person that thinks that is like against nature.
Yeah. I did learn something though.
Yeah.
So there's a little YouTube channel called Hot Ones.
Okay.
And they get celebrities to come on, and they have 10.
Oh yeah. What's her name?
Yeah. They have everybody's done it.
Yeah, I know, but there was one specific that was like 11.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, she came on there and did like the hot wing challenge thing, and everybody else was like dying around her, and she's just eating them, and she's like, "Yeah, this is not bad, guys." And
I learned something though. Alton Brown.
Oh yeah,
went on and did the Hot Ones challenge, and he was very in the vein of Millie Bobby Brown, where he was nonplussed through the entire thing, and actually started he re-ranked their sauces.
Oh no,
not by, because they have them ranked by Scoville,
right,
which is the unit of heat.
the heat. Yeah,
he re-ranked them by flavor.
Oh, well, that's
And
nice.
I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but there's one sauce called Da Bomb.
Okay.
DABOMB. Da Bomb. Everybody hates it. Even the host is just like, this is just pain. He's like, there's no... Alton Brown ranked that one as trash can. Like, he literally threw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
And was like, that's where that one belongs.
Okay.
Everything else he ranked by flavor. And
that's the thing. If I'm going to eat something that's hot, I want it to have either some sort of a flavor profile.
Yeah.
It has to, because otherwise, again, all you're getting is pain.
Yeah.
And I want it to at least taste good.
But I learned from him, because he's Alton Brown,
Yeah.
the food scientist, the wizard of the kitchen,
Right.
half and half.
That's the trick, huh?
That's the trick.
Well, I mean, I can see that, because you have enough lactose in there, and there's enough of the milk fat, the cream, to coat. So yeah. And it's not so thick that it would.
When he was doing it,
Yeah.
he didn't. I think he sipped it a little bit,
Right.
but he was very nonplussed through the whole ordeal. He barely sweat, and he carried on a very intelligent conversation the entire time.
Well, I'm gonna have to look him up. Look this one up.
He, half and half. And the host was like, "You're the first person that's ever asked for that." And Alton goes, "Well, it's because of the milk fat."
Yeah.
He's like, that's why milk works, and half has more, so
Then
it works better.
Yeah.
And so that was what he sipped on when he needed like a little break from the heat.
And again, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and that's what I always loved about Good Eats.
Yeah.
Is like he would give you a
love that
great
dude.
recipe. Yeah, that's Alton Brown. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he would give you a great recipe, but he would also explain the science behind
Why
it
this works.
Yeah. So anyway,
That's awesome.
yeah, good stuff. But yeah, I can handle a little bit of heat, but like the one chip challenge and stuff like that, no.
I
thank you.
would do it. The wife gets me every Christmas. I always get hot sauce. That's just she's done that for years. And my favorite one that she gets me, it's from a Sadistic Mistress. I think it's out of Lexington.
Okay.
They're really, really good company. I really like them. But they make one. It's called Psalms.
Psalms?
Yeah, Psalms 20. Oh, come on. What is it? Oh, my biblical reference is so horrible. It's like 19. Psalms 20 something other. Anyway, the verse goes, oh God, why have you forsaken me in my time of need? And it's a habanero base.
Psalms
with
22:1.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's the best one I think that they make, and it's a habanero. I think it's got quite a bit of citrus to it, but it's got a lot of flavor. But you don't know. It's kind of like that stupid pickle in that jar right there. You don't know you've got it till it's in your mouth and it's too late. But it's not like you're eating a cactus either. It's like you've got plenty of flavor, so you can cook with it. I love to make my own hot spicy pickles with that sauce. So I go through more of that Psalm stuff than 22
Okay, so
1.
it's 22:1, Psalms 22:1. So you a couple of years ago gave me some it wasn't hot sauce, but it was a mixture of peppers, like crushed peppers called
Devil's
Dust. And I still have some upstairs. There's
really?
still some up there. There's not much left, but there's still some up there. And dude, that stuff is good. I still sprinkle that in like chili whenever I make it.
It's the best, and that blend is a little bit of everything. It's a lot of habanero.
Yeah.
Let's see, what is it? The habanero. There's chilies, obviously.
Right.
There's not as much of the. There's the Carolina Reaper,
Oh my God.
and then there's just a little bit of jalapeno.
Is there ghost in it?
That I don't know. I'd have to ask Jason.
Okay. Well, if he makes another blend of that,
Did you his
hit me-
salsa? I'll get you some more. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Because
get
like I
with
say, I'm down to where
Jason.
it's just I'm using it very sparingly at this point. So
The first time me and Tom had we just went over for a visit, and he's like, "Guys, you got to try this." So he went out. He just got the tortillas out with a little bit of cheese, and we're like, "What are you doing?" And he just sprinkled it on top. He's like, "Just enjoy this." He wrapped it up, handed it to us, and all of a sudden, just like, "Oh man, that is really good. I love the flavor off this."
and then
there's the heat.
That's the thing. It sneaks up on you. It's not like it's because there's good flavor at first, and then that heat hits, and you're like, ooh, and then like my forehead starts turning red.
Yeah.
But it's such a good flavor profile to it.
Yeah, that sounds like those Samyang I forget the name of them, but they're the noodles
Yeah.
and the sauce that comes with it. Like most of the like instant ramen noodles, most of them come with like a powder.
Right.
That one, it's Samyang something chicken, and the little picture of it has like a little Asian looking chicken, and he's like breathing fire.
Ah, yeah.
But it comes with like this thick,
Like a paste.
yeah, like a paste, almost like honey
Yeah.
that you squeeze out and
I
put in it.
had that.
And it's such a good flavor, but man alive, that is about the absolute limit of the heat I can tolerate.
Yep. I have had that. That's good. Those are good.
They're delicious, but I eat one of those maybe once every 3 or 4 months.
Yep.
Like that's that. I mean, I'll start
You know-
pouring, and that's the only noodles I make that I cannot drink the broth.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's
Oh,
one of my
dude,
favorite
that's-
things is to drink the broth
Yep.
at the end.
Uh-huh.
I can't do it.
Can't do it.
It's too hot.
My uncle brought some. He actually planted a habanero plant just for me this year, and he finally just had to rip it up. He's like, it just won't stop growing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I mean,
just-
they take off. They go.
And he was just like, even after I ripped it up off the ground, he still brought me like another bag because he's just like, it's still growing. It's out of the ground. It's still growing.
This thing is haunted.
He was just like, I'm just like, stop bringing me habaneros. I can't eat. Well, Hunter, he's 17 years old now, and he absolutely, he's just like me, he loves hot sauce. Everything we eat, hot sauce.
Right.
Everything, hot sauce. And we were sitting there, I was like, Hunter, come here, you're going to love this. He's like, what is it? And he's like, I was like, it's a habanero. He's like, no. And I was just like, the hot sauce that you've been eating like all week is the
It's
habanero,
habanero hot sauce.
habanero and chili. That's all that is. And I said, and I've already crunched into it. And I'm just like, dude, it's fine. It tastes like a bell pepper for the better. So I lied.
You lied.
I lied.
I was going to say, you lied to your child.
I did it with evil intent. What do you want? So he was sitting there, and he's seen me eat. I'm already halfway through it, and it's still not hit me yet, but I just feel it's coming. So I'm trying to just eat it. And he's like, no, and I'm like, just eat it, son. And he's just like, he just takes this little nibble, and like his face was just like.
Just
Instantaneous. And he's just, next thing you know, he's got like half the gallon of milk is out on the table. He's got like 4 pieces of bread, and I'm just like, he like 2 little bites.
You know, so my first encounter with habanero was way back, 99. My cousin and I living in Sevierville, Jamie.
I remember, yeah.
So we went over to our buddy's place, and they make their own pasta sauce, and it is so good. Like they put bell peppers and onions and mushrooms, and they put like these big chunks of Italian sausage, and it's just this really thick, chunky, wonderful sauce. So they hand us this big plate full of spaghetti, big old dips of that sauce on top. I mean, the sauce itself stands up an inch thick, because it's just so good. It's so good. And then they stick a habanero on top, one, like right in the top. And I was like, that's interesting. I got this beautiful plate of spaghetti and this orange pepper sticking out of the top of it. And I was like, so what's the deal with this? And they're like, oh, you cut that up and it goes in like all of it. And I was like, no. And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, that's a habanero. And I was like, I don't know what that is. And they're like, you don't? And I was like, no.
uh-oh.
So they're like, we'll try it.
They're like, it's a bell pepper kind.
They're like, it's a pepper. It's like it's just a little hotter than a jalapeno. And I was like, hell, I can eat jalapenos right out of the jar. And they're like, okay. So what does Jamie do? Oh, I can handle anything. In his mouth it went.
I can see him doing that.
And dude, I kid you not, I've seen that man cry before, but never like that. And it was like the most intense heat, and he was like in so much pain. And after that, I was like, no, I'm not touching this thing. So yeah, that was my first encounter with habanero. And I, honestly, after that, I ended up cutting it up and putting it in there, and it was good, but it was hot. But now I will say this too: Chris and Rachel went and bought Carolina Reaper plants, and I ended up with one of those. So I put it out too late in the year. So all it did was grew up to be about 1.5 feet tall, bushed out a little bit, and I got like 3 peppers off of it, and they were tiny, like little bitty peppers. So I was like, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just dry these peppers, pull the seeds, and I'll start some peppers next year. So I grabbed the pepper and I started pulling it apart to get the seeds out of it. And I noticed that my fingertips and like my nail beds were starting to tingle. And I was like, that is weird. So continued to seed these peppers out, threw the seeds in some paper towel to get them to dry, took the rest of the pepper, put it over to get it to start drying, and my fingers were like tingling and numb. And I was like, okay, this is screwed up. This was like midday. Dude, I kid you not. 1 o'clock in the morning, my fingers were on fire. Like the tips of my fingers were burning like I'd dipped them in acid or something. It was crazy hot. And I was like, that is the craziest, stupid thing I've ever done. And like literally had to put my fingers down into like lotion to get them to cool. It was insane. I was like, I will never deal with that pepper again. Ever, ever, ever. So anybody ever says Carolina Reaper, I'm like, you can keep that over there. Thank you very much.
Yep.
How is Jamie?
As far as I know, he's good. I talked to him on Facebook the other day, and he's got a little boy now, Evan.
Is he still driving?
I think he's still driving. He and Sveta are doing great.
Nice.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I just brought up a real good story.
But yeah, as far as I know, he's still driving. Everything seems to be good. Evan, I think they're living in Lexington now. I think, and Evan's in school and like kindergarten, and little dude is just like a clone of Jamie. He's cute as button, and yeah, he's awesome. So yeah.
The first time me and Jamie hung out.
Oh God, this could be good or bad.
We went to his house, right? And you know what Jamie slept with under his pillow all the time?
Yep, Ruger P95.
Yeah, so he's sitting there. He's like, check this out. And I'm just like, what's under your pillow? Oh, Lord, boy, that ain't smart. So we're sitting there talking. Well, we're just sitting there chilling. It was like, hey, you want to watch a movie? Yeah. Well, we're all big into musicals and stuff like that. We always have.
Right.
So I'm thinking, this is going to be a Rocky Horror Picture Show night. Okay. No, what is it? Moulin Rouge. And I'm like, this is a little bit too romantic for us, Jamie. And so we just had a good time. Next thing you know, I'm just like, dude, that movie was awesome. He's like, you want to watch it again? Sure. Yeah, replay, yeah. So we sat there, and he was just like, hey, man, I've got to go. I think we went to Berea. He just, he gets bored in the truck.
Yeah, that's it.
He's just like, I'll pay you to just come hang out with me. And I'm like, well, I'm cool, dude. I'm down.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. So we went, and we stayed overnight in Berea.
Okay.
So that's when I learned that they don't turn the trucks off.
Oh, no.
So I'm laying in the floor of this truck getting the best back massage I could ever have.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I hear the...
Oh, no.
Yes.
You didn't.
The lizard.
No.
So
housekeeping?
Yeah. So I'm just like, Jamie, somebody's at your door. He's like, shh. And I'm like, what? And he's like, shh. And I'm just looking at him with that dumb face.
Because the thing is you don't know until you're there, and then you know.
And I'm sitting here, he's like, dude, it's a lot lizard. And I'm like, what's a lot lizard?
Lizards know how to knock on doors?
Well, I was just like, I was so confused.
What kind of tricks they teach these lizards?
You are so naive.
Yeah, I had no idea. And so I kind of just, once, she kind of goes off, and there's a whole line of trucks, right? So I
so the next one, she's knocking on the next door.
and I just kind of peek out, and I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
This is like that sort of situation.
That's the thing. She goes from truck to truck to truck to truck to truck. There's no shower between. There's no anything.
Yeah.
It's just like,
The following morning, we get up, and you hear horror stories from, like, truck stop food.
Oh, yeah.
That one really wasn't that bad. But the weird thing about it is the woman that knocked, or what I'm going to assume was a woman, knocked on the truck door
was a woman.
was eating a steak and a baked potato. And Jamie's just like, that was the girl that knocked on the door. And I'm just like...
Yeah. And that's the thing.
She earned her money last night to eat a steak.
She made her living.
But that was such a good trip.
She got enough money for a steak dinner?
Good old Jamie.
Or breakfast, or whatever.
I guess that was the end of the shift, so I guess it's dinner for her, right?
I mean, we were getting up, so. But that was a really good back massage.
Yeah, Jamie kept that thing under the pillow, that what you was talking about.
Yeah.
When we were living down there, I had to take it away from him once because he unloaded it in the middle of the night in his sleep. And when I say unloaded it, I didn't mean he fired it.
Yeah.
He literally racked through however many, 11 shells that thing held. It was a and I was like, what is that noise? And the next morning, there's all these shells laying on the floor, and that was laying there. And I was like, yeah, you can't have that anymore, buddy.
Take it away, buddy.
I was like, that's coming into my room, and it's going somewhere you don't know where it's at.
It's going to go under my pillow.
Pretty much.
He was very attached to that.
He was. And, here's the thing. He and I, we would field dress that thing down from loaded to loaded. So, I mean, from a loaded... completely broke down into all of its pieces laying in front of you and back together. Yeah. Our best times were they were like less than 30 seconds.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, we learned how to break that thing down quick and put it back together.
Next time you talk to him, see if he still has my knife set from Sullivan University.
Will do. I guarantee you he does.
Oh, that was
he
such
never
a good
turns stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's just, I'll buy that off of you.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here and I'm like,
okay.
And then, I've regretted that sale, ever since. I'm just like...
It's a nice set of knives.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was...
So is that like a culinary school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me and Chris, his brother, decided we were going to go off and be Chef Boyardees. And we took Padre's old truck, and you couldn't have the heat on or anything like that, and you had to keep the windows down, or otherwise you were hiring the kite time you got anywhere, and then the headache kicked in.
Yeah.
And we were up there. We stayed at Doral Apartments in Louisville, and it wasn't that far from. So that was my introduction to Bob and Tom.
Yeah.
They sent a trolley out, and Bob and Tom was always there. But we did that for probably about a semester before we were just.
I was thinking you guys were up there almost a full year. Didn't you go through a fall, spring, and came back home afterward?
It might have been. Maybe it was into the second semester. I can't remember. It's been a long time ago. But we got to meet.
Chris was finally got to the point. He was like, yeah, I'm not happy. I'm coming home. Yeah. It was just it was matter of fact.
And it just, in all honesty, it's just...
Once you've decided, I mean...
It's all technique.
Yeah. It really is.
And it's not... I mean, it's all booked. We had one class that was... It was all about botulism and diseases and stuff like that, which you've got to learn.
You have to know those things.
But it's...
If you're
want to
preparing food for someone, you need to know how to make it safe.
The first day we were there, it's like boot camp because they torture you. I was like, okay, well, you've got a 4-hour cooking class every single day. Well... We're cutting onions today, boys and girls.
For 4 hours.
For 4 hours. We were, and that nobody tells you in the beginning to cut the onion under the water, and it doesn't, it's, no, man, we're sitting, everybody's just crying. But that French onion soup the next day was so delicious. So delicious. Got to meet Emerald Lagasse.
Nice.
He's a big sponsor with Sullivan and stuff. So,
bam.
Yeah, bam. He's a very short guy, very, very chubby, very super nice guy.
That's cool.
Super nice. Other than that, yeah.
Kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
I've got kick it up a notch spice in my.
Do you?
It's probably expired beyond all belief, but yeah. I do not rotate my spices.
I do not either.
It doesn't last in my house. I mean, maybe time doesn't even last. Nothing. Really.
The thing is that the ones that I use a lot of, and they never expire because I'm using them so much. But the ones that I don't use have been there for 20 years.
Paprika maybe lasts the longest in the house. I know the cumin don't. Yeah. It's always gone.
Ginger, cumin, garlic, onion.
Garlic, yeah.
None of those things last. Garam masala, nope. That's what was in that upstairs that I fixed.
The butter chicken?
The butter chicken.
Oh,
yeah. Garam masala.
That was good, man.
Well, good. I'm glad you liked it.
That was actually my first Indian dish ever.
What?
Yeah.
That was his first.
That was my first. I'd never had it. And I was just like, wow. It was just, as soon as I put it in my mouth, just the flavor was just like, bam.
Yeah, and he was like, "Whoa, this is really good."
That's the thing about good Indian food is everybody just thinks it's hot.
No,
and it's not hot. It's spicy, flavorful spice.
It's an aromatic spice, not a heat spice.
Yeah. And I mean, they will, if you ask them, they'll make it to melt your face, but
well, I can do that.
Because if you go to an Indian restaurant, you can get it 4 levels of hot: mild, medium, hot, Indian hot.
Yeah.
In that order. From mild to heat. So
See,
if you order the Indian hot, I don't want to say it's going to melt your face, but it is warm.
So
It'll melt my face.
I'd have to just start at the top and work myself down. I just like if I see a limit, I want to.
You want to touch that limit?
I want to touch the limit, and then I'm just like, okay, I touched it. I was wrong. Or I'm just like, yes.
And there's certain dishes that are going to be hotter than other dishes, even on that scale.
That's true.
So like vindaloo is pretty much about the spiciest thing you can get.
Is it like a rice medley?
No.
Or
So
beefy?
so your base is always rice. It's basmati rice or a jeera or a biryani, something that one of their rices.
So basically, whatever you're going to have a protein name and then another word.
Yep.
And that other word is going to be like the sauce that it's in.
Yeah.
So vindaloo, it denotes a few other things. Like vindaloo will have potato in it. Yep. But it also denotes the style of the sauce.
And it's kind of a red sauce that's a little bit more on the spicy side.
Yeah. And then, so you got vindaloo, you've got like korma.
Sag.
Sag means spinach. Like sag is a spinach-based sauce.
Paneers.
Paneer's got cheese, like a homemade cheese in it.
And then the tikka masalas.
I'm definitely going to, at this point, I'm going to have to go ask for AJ.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's like
I really want to try more because that was really good.
One day you and I just need to go and hit the buffet because they do that from like 11 till 3.
Yeah, they've got a lunch buffet. That's really good.
So then you can just kind of taste a lot
And
of
I'm always
different
over there because with work, I need paint or something like that.
Sherwin-Williams.
So Sherwin-Williams is like right there, and I'm always like
pop in.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, the lady that works there, Kasum is her name. She is flipping awesome. As soon as she knows who you are, she will take care of you and be like, hey, she knows what you want to drink. She was like, you pretty much own the place, whatever you want, and it's pretty awesome. Yeah. So
cool.
Yep.
I do have a challenge for you.
Oh God,
it's my favorite. I want you to make it.
Okay.
Crab rangoon.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Okay, I'm game on.
Yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem.
I just needed about 10 pounds of it.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
I'll probably eat
normally I'll get in, like if I get into a mood where I'm wanting to make like Chinese or like a Japanese type stuff, I'll do like homemade egg rolls, crab rangoon. Then we'll do like a fried rice or lo mein and stuff like. I mean, since I've got the Blackstone, the big the flat top, making like hibachi stuff is like flipping awesome now. So that's really really good. So
nice.
They opened up a Go Panda here. Recently. I've not eaten there yet. But
I've not been there yet, but
like every time I go to a restaurant, like if I have to order anything, I don't explore. I'm just like
I do
beef lo mein.
I am all about. Okay, I've never had that before. I want that.
Yep.
Now, if there's a buffet, I kill it.
We have totally like been talking food now for like a half hour now.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. But so we were going to talk about some other things during this episode, right? I know we were going to talk about like some big milestones that have happened in our lives since this is a big milestone like episode. And I know one of those things that all three of us now have in common is the whole dad thing.
Yeah. That's a huge milestone.
It is huge. Yeah. And I know you and I have talked about it, a little bit. And we talked about it, I think, during that manly episode and what it was to kind of be a dad a little bit on there. But really
we talked about does being a dad make you a man?
That's true. That was kind of the question.
Right.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about this? Now, I mean, I've got 5 years in. You've got many, many more years than that, right? Because your oldest is how old
17.
Now? 17 years.
And the cool part was this, I jumped in like head first. It was when me and Heather got married. Let's see, Hunter was, I think, a year and a half, and Taylor was, I'm wanting to say 3-4 months old.
So you've been around for a long time being dad.
And then there was that. So I just jumped right in, did not know what I was doing.
Does anybody?
And it was just,
manual.
It was more like an uncle mode to me because it was just playtime. Diapers, oh my God, it scared me to death. I did not want to do that. And plus, it's just ugh. So
let me just touch base on this one then. Okay, so you got lucky. Let me just tell you missed that phase, the whole explosive diarrhea from the diapers thing.
Off the back.
You're lucky that you didn't have to deal with that one.
The potty training. Now, potty training was cool. Hunter really liked to urinate on trees.
Oh, so you just sent him out in the yard?
He just had this one tree. He's just like, I want to go pee, and I'm just be like,
you know where the tree is,
go, buddy. And then the Cheerio thing was so much fun. Cheerios. You just throw a couple Cheerios in the pot and just like aim at them, buddy. And it because.
Now that's brilliant.
Target practice.
So now, so mine's a girl. She doesn't do that.
Yeah. So now the girls, that was all on Heather. Bless her heart, because Kira's
the good thing
is
is okay. So my kiddo, she's not had any issue with it at all. We got the little potty that sits down like in the floor. The little So once she like figured out, hey, that's where I go. That was no issue.
Do you miss cleaning it?
Not one little bit. Not one little bit. That would get nasty sometimes. So the worst thing though that happened as far as like the diaper thing goes, when my kiddo was born, within like just a few weeks, she started doing they call it colic, where she was crying nonstop. So we went and had everything checked out, made sure she was okay, and they're like, yeah, she's just a colicky baby. And then we're like, okay, what is that? And they're like, well, we really don't know what it is. No one really knows why they do this. They just do this. And I was like, okay. And then we eventually went, I want to say, from pediatrician, we went to our just like regular doctor, and we were like, so what, is this normal? And he was like, well, yes, but this is a little more extreme than what I've seen before in most babies. So he ended up handing us this video, and it was purple crying is what they called it, and it's an acronym. I have no clue what it stands for, but anyway, so they was doing this. It basically, the kids will cry until they're so exhausted that they just fall asleep. Like they cry themselves into like a stupor. Yeah. And so she would start about 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the evening and cry until she would go to sleep at like 8:30 or 9, because she was so exhausted from crying, like to the point that she was even like bursting blood vessels in her eyes. She was crying so hard. So we ended up,
holy smokes.
Yeah, it was crazy. So we ended up doing the terrible thing that that people say you don't ever do this, but we took our kid to the chiropractor. And they were like, that's the thing is a chiropractor that knows what they're doing with an infant, they don't crack the kid. It's not like they're like adjusting things, right? They're like this. The baby lays on their back for so much. They lay on those nerves that are in the lower part of the back, and it kind of turns off their the systems down there that relieves everything. So like the chiropractor that we went to, he's like, we don't adjust them to pop bones or anything. He said, I'm literally going to just kind of move the muscle out of the way so those nerves can run again. And literally he just kind of put some pressure, and that was it. And held it there for like 30 or 45 seconds. He goes, they should be firing now. I kid you not, that night the kids slept perfectly. There was no crying. So then the next day, the crying kind of started again. So Daddy was holding her and rocking her and making sure everything was okay. And I turned her around to where her back was like to my stomach, and I tapped her belly with my fingers, like just kind of like you would drum, And the explosion that happened was somewhere between Hiroshima and the Tsar bomb from Russia. It was like everywhere. Now, like I was holding her up and going, oh my God, my child has blown up. And it was so bad that like it was just to the shower and hold her and let the water, because everything from her neck down was brown. It was crazy. I was like, and then she felt so good. She was so much because
happy.
Those nerves were firing then, and suddenly everything worked. And after that, we were like, anybody that has issues with their kid crying, chiropractor's the way to go. So you're lucky, sir. You didn't have to deal with all that.
Or just tap their belly until they spew like Hiroshima.
Exactly. Something's going to
Vesuvius,
give.
maybe.
Oh, wait, was that one? Was that the Pompeii one?
Yeah. That was the big volcano.
So I missed all of that stuff.
I wouldn't say you
darn.
missed it.
Darn.
I would just say that you fast forwarded through a bad part of a
I
movie.
think I probably should have called you and be like, "Hey, Uncle Biscuit, come on over and hang out."
Tap on the belly. Here comes the gravy.
Yeah. No. By the way, purple stands for peak of crying, unexpected, resists soothing, pain-like face, long-lasting, and evenings.
That's it. That was her.
That's purple.
Yep.
Oh, acronyms. I just found out hospital is an acronym.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
It's I don't remember the last of it. It's home of sick people, and then the other part I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, what?
Wow. I didn't know that either. But anyway.
I didn't either.
So, yeah, purple crying is what they said they diagnosed her as having.
Although I prefer the German word for hospital.
Morgue?
Krankenhaus.
Glocken?
Kranken.
Krankenhaus?
Krankenhaus.
Krankenhaus.
And an ambulance is a Krankenwagen.
Krankenwagen.
And I'm not making that up.
Krankenwagen.
Yeah. A sick car.
Wow.
A sick car.
So the
house
sick
and a
house
sick
and the
car.
sick car. Wow. That's, I mean, it's effective and to the point. We know what this is. Oh, goodness.
It's such a simple language. Anyway. Yeah, so I am for, whatever, however you want to look at it. Fortunately, just happenstance, whatever. I skipped over the whole diapers, potty training
Yeah.
stage of things. So that, I don't know, like,
Do you wish you didn't?
well, no, because I have
No, that's okay. Don't want to do that.
not even close, because I have, and everybody's like, oh, well, then your kids is different, and da, da, da. But you show me a bodily fluid, and I will show you more bodily fluids. Like I'm just gonna like
You get over that real quick. I think I was the same way, and it just you get desensitized.
Okay, so you
real
do
quick.
to a point, but still, like for me, it was smells. So there are still some of those smells that I was like, nope, that's not happening. So I'd have to I'd have to give it the whole micro smile and walk away so I don't throw up.
The vomit was always the worst part for me.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's terrible.
So it's not even just so. The closest one that's gotten me so far is the young one was feeling bad, and she sneezed.
Oh.
And
it was hanging everywhere.
Oh my God.
Was it the dark green stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like all over her face, all over her shirt, all over the table. And I was just like,
It's almost like, and they look up at you like, Superman, save me, and you're looking
Yes.
down, it's like, that's kryptonite.
You're like, nope, that's a whole but here's a roll of paper towels.
Yeah.
Do something.
yeah. And of course, Mom was gone. So I'm just like, I've got to do this. I'm like, I go grab like 12 Kleenexes, and I come back in the room, and I turn my head away, and I'm just like blindly rubbing the face.
But here's the thing too, because when you do that, and then you start feeling the slip.
Yeah.
that because yeah.
But I'm just like, nope, I can't see this. I can't. Nope.
All right, here's a good one for you. What so far is your favorite memory of being a father? There's a lot, but there's always that one thing that just makes it just the best.
That's a hard one.
That is, yeah.
That's really tough.
That's really tough. I'll let you go first, Obi, because you probably got one already.
Yes.
And give me some time to try to.
All right. When they're small and they've got these cute little fingers, right? And they hold on, like they're gripping for dear life with just the entire little hand on one finger. And something, I think that's really when it kicked in with me. And I'm just like, that meant the world to me, because it could have been the pinky. In the beginning, it was the pinky because, every other finger was just too big for those little hands. But they would just sit and they wouldn't let go.
Yep.
And they just sit and just hold that one little finger is all it took. And then when they start walking, it was the same. Even with Kira, it's just, she would hold on to that one little finger as we were, walking through the house or something like that. That's got to be the best thing. And unfortunately, they do grow out of that, and then they grow out of. And luckily, we kind of started over with Kira. Everybody else was older,
Right.
And then Kira come back around, so we had to relearn everything again,
Yeah.
which sucked. But with her, she's at that stage where, like, she's so happy that when me and Mommy come home, it's just she squeals and she runs, and she's such a happy kid anyway. And she comes up, but I wish she wasn't headbutting my gut every day, because I'm trying to back away from it, but still embrace, because I always get the best hugs ever.
Right.
And she still wants me to, Daddy, carry me to bed and that sort of stuff. So when that goes away this time, I'm going to be like super depressed.
Okay, so I think I know what it is for me. I think it's the achievements. It's the little things that where she's like, I can't do this. There's no, and it's a mountain for her. And then when she does it, that look of joy and the fact that she is able to do something, and that confidence boost that she gets is flipping phenomenal. It is awesome. Awesome.
So thank you. You're giving me time.
You're on the spot.
I have to come at it from a different angle. So I'm glad I'm going last, because this is a little different for me than it is for you two. I'm stepdad.
Right.
I'm not the biological father. One of them was 10. The other one was 3 when I met them.
Right.
So I think for me, it's when they do call me dad.
Right.
That really makes me feel like they have accepted me, as a parent.
You're that role.
Yeah. And that means the world to me.
Yeah.
And like at the same time, it's kind of funny, because sometimes they'll be like, Jason.
And you're like, no, it's okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, either one's fine.
Yeah.
Because and I told them that from the beginning. If you want to call me Jason, call me Jason. If you want to call me your stepdad, you can call me your stepdad. It's like, you can whatever word you want to use for me is fine with me.
Yeah.
But
I'm not picky.
Yeah. But it really does touch me when they look at me and go, "Hey, Dad."
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's
like, yes.
Because I've come from the other side of that coin, right? Like, I have been the step kid.
Right.
And I don't want to talk too much, but before Terry,
right,
which I call Pops, that's my Pops. I would never refer to any of the person, whether it was my biological dad's wife or my biological mom's husband,
right,
as my mother or father.
Right.
Like, it was at best, it was stepmom.
Yeah.
Normally it was Loretta.
Yeah.
Who's that? That's Loretta.
Yeah.
Who's that? That's Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not,
it's not mom or dad.
Right.
Yeah.
And very rarely would I even say stepmom or stepdad.
Yeah.
Like, I would just address them by.
That's dad's wife. That's mom's husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Danny. That's Loretta.
Yep. They're married to my mom and dad.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So, but with Terry, like, I guess, he's kind of proved that he's going to be
I was
here.
going to say Terry's a little different though. He has been there, and he is a dad,
But beyond that, cause so like Loretta was with my dad for a very long time.
Right. But
she,
that relationship,
it never felt like she accepted me.
Yeah.
I was always his kid from his other marriage.
Yeah. But Terry's not like that.
Terry is not like that. Pops treats me exactly like he treats his own children.
Right.
And so to me, that shows me, that it's equal.
Yeah.
And so I accept him, and I don't feel comfortable calling him dad.
Right.
Because there's a lot of negative connotation with that word to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I call him Pops.
Yep.
Because that's him.
Yes.
He's a unique person.
Exactly. It's his own entity.
Right.
Yep.
And God, I'm going to cry.
Man, I wish I hadn't asked this question.
No, this is a good one. This is a good one.
That's one of the things that I told him a long time ago, before I got married, was that with the kids, like, my biggest hope is that they can accept me the way I've accepted him.
That's awesome. That's good.
And
Yeah.
You're gonna do fine, champ.
That's good.
That's cool.
So that's
If you need them, there's Kleenex out there if you need them.
But that's a big concern for me is,
No, that's
because
awesome.
I've been through the bad side of it, and I don't want to put these kids through that.
Right.
So,
And I think, though, that helps, too, because you have been there. So, because if you've been there, then you know how to react or how to act in the situation where, you can be that role, that person. So
You can be what you needed back then.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, that is awesome, dude. I'm
sorry, Claywell.
No, you're fine. That's an excellent question. And there's nothing. So right there is something else that we talk about on occasion, very rarely, men's mental health. And, something like this, like, I'm not going to edit this out. Like, it's okay for people to hear me be emotional.
Yeah.
Men are allowed to be emotional just like women are. There's nothing wrong with it.
There's the sincerity of it too. I mean, it's just
and like if you look at like suicides, the incident of suicide is tremendously higher among men than it is women because they don't have the emotional support from their peers.
Yeah,
and it's sad. It's a sad truth. But yeah, I don't feel embarrassed by this.
Right.
It's just, I wasn't expecting it.
Great 50th anniversary episode.
Yeah, great. I mean, it's awesome for a thing. And it was an excellent question.
It is.
And
it really is.
You shouldn't feel bad about anything, man. Like, it was a really good question. And it just, I guess it just tapped into something
that's good
in me. Yeah. Like, really. So, but anyway.
So, yeah. That's awesome. Awesome. So, is there anything, I guess my question then is, has anything blindsided you with being a dad? Like, has anything just like come out of left field?
Yes.
Like, okay, so what in the crap, where did that come from?
Okay, with my girls.
Okay.
With Taylor first, because I've not got to this point with Kira.
Okay.
Taylor was always my little mini-me tomboy.
Okay.
Right? She was more of a tomboy and wanted to do more stuff like that than Hunter wanted to. All of a sudden, one day, it's just one day. It's like it happened overnight. She comes out with makeup on. And it's not play makeup. It's just like actual.
The real thing.
She is dressed up. She is now I think it was right about I want to say the 12-year mark.
So we're talking like properly applied.
Yeah, properly applied, like it was a completely different person. And I'm just like, what do you have on your face? Who are you? It did not even look like my daughter.
Yeah.
And it was just from that day forward was a completely different person. It was just like she flipped a switch and now she was, and
she was a young woman.
Mentally changing anyway, but she just turned into a young woman. Just overnight, blindsided me so bad. And I'm not a real big makeup person either because I really want to see your face.
Well, I mean, you've got a nice complexion, so I mean that's.
Oh, thank you. I'm wearing a conditioner. But I want to see your face. I don't want you to feel like you have to hide it. She was just like, she really got into it, and I was like, I've got to haze her a little bit anyway. But other than that, I mean, she did very well. Still does when she really does really good with it. I'm just not used to seeing her as a young female,
right?
Instead of my child, my baby, my little one.
Yeah,
that was the smack in the face for me was when she just come out one day just wearing makeup, and I was like,
I think the thing that's. Do you want to go next? Do you want to?
Go ahead.
So I think that for the thing that has blindsided me more than anything is how fast it seems like time is going by. So like. I like whenever I think my kiddo, when I think Penelope, I think, oh, that's that baby that we have. But I mean, she's 5 now, right. And she's like a big 5. She's tall, and and she is growing so quick and learning things so fast. And I'm like, where in the crap does this come from? Like, how is this a possibility, you know? So I think that the whole how quick and how slippery time has become is something that has blindsided me big time. Because, I mean, I still look and I think, okay, yeah, she's still going to be like the kid in diapers, and I'm still going to be carrying her around. And even now to like today, whenever I went and got stuff to fix supper, I walked through the toy section and I had to stop myself from looking in the infant stuff and start and made myself walk down the Barbie aisle, because I was like, yeah, she doesn't do that little stuff anymore. She does the bigger kid stuff.
Right.
And I was like, no.
It's like there's a buffer point to download that we're just not getting.
Yeah, there really is. It's crazy how fast it's going. And like, there's nothing that prepared me for that, I don't think. I mean, even people that said, enjoy this because it'll be gone quick, you know, and I've heard that so many times. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But nothing really has prepared for, the fact that that's already happening. Like, she's in school now. And it's awesome. By the way, I'm teaching again. It's awesome that I'm there in the building with her, because I'm getting to see her on a daily basis. But still, it's just crazy how fast it's going.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's got me.
Right on. Wow, I don't really know. I think for me, again, it's a slightly different perspective. Well, I mean, maybe not, because, like, did you say your wife already had kids when you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also a stepfather.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So, I think for me, the biggest change, and this will be a little bit different, I think. I don't think you're that much older than me, if you're even older than me.
No, he's younger than us.
Yeah, okay. I thought so. So
you guys got just a skip on me.
I was 40 years old before I got married. So I'd been single for 40 years.
Effectively,
And,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've
gotta
been
be
with people, but like, I wasn't married, no kids, nothing like that. So you could kind of say that I was like set in the way I did things and the way I like things to be. And that's been the biggest change for me, is trying to learn to be more open to other perspectives, especially perspectives of like 4-year-olds.
Oh, the most stubborn creature on the planet, you mean?
Yeah. And it's like, no, I want to watch this 5-minute TV show 3,000 times today.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, we're not. Yeah, I do. No, we don't.
Zig and Sharko. Oh my goodness.
My the Bee.
She never did the Mind the Bee thing.
No, was sexy to Mind the Bee.
She's right now into Zig and Sharko, and I'm telling you what, I don't understand.
We're on Bluey right now.
Bluey's great. I love Bluey.
It's a good show, but it's good enough that it inspires.
Yeah.
And so then, like, she'll go watch an episode, and then she'll come to me and go,
hey, I want to ride on your back.
No, she's like, we need to play Octopus.
Yeah.
Or we need to play Airplane. And I'm like, what is play Airplane? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's from the episode of Bluey she just watched. And I'm like,
yeah.
And that, and like,
Keepy Uppy. That's an easy one. That's the one.
Keepy Uppy. Yeah.
That's
we played Keepy Uppy.
Yeah.
What was the little girl she reminds you of? The back in our days, she was Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah.
It's almost like that. I think her name's Pinky. Or so.
I don't know that one.
There's so many out there, but
yeah.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse I actually got addicted to for a while. That one never bothered me. And Kira,
the hot dog song.
Hot dog, hot
diggity dog.
And Kira, I'll be at the house whistling or singing it, and she's like, "Stop it!" I'm just like, it just. I'm too mischievous. I can't.
And you know what? Disney Plus has ruined us.
Yeah.
I love it. And I am also really looking forward to 6 days from now. Oh my goodness. The Sanderson sisters return.
The Hocus Pocus
Yay!
2?
Hocus Pocus 2
Yes.
comes out
is it
on
going
the
to be
30th.
on Disney Plus, or is it
releases it to Disney Plus in 6 days?
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so on October 1st?
On the 30th, September 30th, Friday.
September 30th. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought they would have waited till October to do that.
Well, I mean, I guess it's the closest Friday to the beginning of October. So
I got you.
The
Okay.
next day is the first.
The new Andor thing.
No, not
I
yet.
thought that's what you were going to talk about, was Andor.
Nope.
Did you watch it? The first episode?
He doesn't Star Wars much.
Star Wars is okay. but I missed that window of adolescence.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
I think that I just need to educate him properly.
I've tried. It
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, so I firmly believe that like there is a window of age where if you watch Star Wars, it's gonna sit in.
It sinks in. Yeah.
Sink in. That's
Yeah.
And I think I just missed that because I never watched it until I was like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
And then you were like, this is all right.
I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but the effects are kind of cheesy and the dialogue is really over the top.
Isn't
and
it though? Yeah.
like it just like I missed that because it like it's a kids franchise.
It really is.
It really is, and it still is to this day. Like the movies they're cranking out now are not for adults; they're for kids. Like that's why Jar Jar Binks was so popular.
We don't talk
Because
about
adults,
Jar Jar
well, but
Binks.
I'm saying, but exactly, adults hate him. But if you get a person that was 8 to 12 years old when those movies came out, he was awesome. Jar Jar was like the best character in the movie, and that's what those films are targeted for, like that age range. And I just missed it.
yeah.
I really
that's
like
my
the
feeling.
Mandalorian. It's that spaghetti western type thing they had going on with that one. It really enjoyed that.
Timothy
one.
Oliphant in it was just flipping phenomenal. Mm-hmm. I love him in anything that he's in, and he played like this, like backwoods sheriff kind of thing, like he always plays.
Yep.
And yeah, he was awesome. He was
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
So anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that though.
Cool.
So you had a recent anniversary, right? 1 year.
Not that long ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a while, but yeah.
I just had a recent one, like exactly 1 month ago today. So 20 years. So I'm going to shout out to my beautiful wife Ashley. Happy 20th anniversary. Yeah, I can't believe we've made it 20 years together. She's not killed me yet. So, and I've not killed her with my cooking yet. So that's awesome.
I don't think that's possible.
There's been a few things. So anything else big on the horizon or that's happened lately? I'm depressed, by the way. But I mean, just because what I saw yesterday.
No. Yeah.
Dead and Company.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Bob Weir, Mickey Hart, Bill Kreutzmann, John Mayer, all four of them, plus the DNC tour family and their official page, all posted the same thing just about at the same time. And it's this beautiful poster of this beautiful rose that says Dead and Company Tour, Summer Tour 2023, the last tour. So I'm going to try to hit at least 2 or 3 shows this coming summer if I can, because it'll be the last of the Grateful Dead, I guess, shows, which that makes me sad. We're surrounded right now by Grateful Dead stuff in the studio here.
Yes.
Because I'm
Just
a
keep
deadhead.
trucking, man. Just keep
Yeah, I'm going to keep trucking. I mean, the music never stops.
Nope.
So, yeah. And then the big thing that happened like a few days ago, the Queen.
Oh, what's
Freddie Mercury. No, I'm not that Queen. Yeah. So we lost the Queen after 70 years on the throne. You know, I figure somebody sitting on the throne that long, there's probably problems anyway, but still.
Yeah. I mean, then they haven't been a mutual
That's
or
where the
anything.
king
Like
went
that.
down.
You know, this is true. This is true. The king went down on the throne too, didn't he?
Yeah.
It seems to happen to a lot of them. They all seem to die on the throne.
So yes, Queen Elizabeth, after 70 years, longest reigning monarch in British
Longest
history,
living
right?
monarch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She was the
Was it
longest for
British?
70.
Yeah, it's-
yeah,
There's
she was
been a few
longest.
worldwide that have been longer.
yeah, but
in-
she's
in
the
history.
longest British.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So 70 years. So we now have King Charles III and what is it? Queen. What is the official title that they have?
Duchess, maybe?
No, she's Queen Camilla. That's, I don't know. There's some sort of a title that goes along with it that basically, if Charles kicks a bucket, she doesn't become like the Queen of England because she's not of the House of Windsor.
Would it go to the-
Queen
it'll go-
consort.
Yeah, Queen consort. So yeah, she basically she'll step
that
aside
doesn't
and she'll
even-
be like the Queen Mother and
That doesn't even make sense to me, though, honestly. So
why not?
Okay. So Queen consort. Okay, I get,
Right.
she's the king's
Wife.
I understand that part. But Elizabeth was married her entire life to one man,
Right.
and he was not the king consort.
No.
He was the Duke of Windsor.
Prince so-and-so.
Prince Edward, right? Prince. No, that's the guy that's in a can.
Prince.
Oh, that's the oldest, best joke ever.
Oh, Prince Philip.
Philip?
Yes, it's Prince Philip. And yes, he was not... He pass away not too long ago in like a car wreck or something?
Prince Philip, he was the Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what he was. But my question is, why, if Charles's wife is the queen consort, then why wasn't Prince Philip? Why is he Prince Philip? Why isn't he the king consort? Like, I don't understand. Like, or why isn't Camilla the Duchess of Edinburgh?
Now that I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, why is it different?
I don't know why.
Why isn't she Princess Camilla, Duchess of Edinburgh?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I
mean, this whole royalty thing just boggles my mind. My poor colonial mind. I don't understand it. And
I think it's why we ran to begin with.
I want to say too, though, is it not something? It may be something to do with the. I mean,
he may have been a Duke of Edinburgh before they got married, and he carried that title with him.
Probably.
But my question is, why was he still Prince instead of like King something? Because he was married to the Queen. Like, it just makes sense to me that he should be the King something.
Right.
Like, if she's the queen consort, like if it's just saying, oh, she's the king's wife, then why wouldn't
you have the same title on the other way?
Similar title going instead of making him a prince?
I don't know.
That to me that says like he's the queen's son.
Kind of.
Like if he's the prince.
Yeah.
You know, the queen
king is married
and queen have children. Their children are the prince and princess. Like that
makes sense.
That's how it works in fairy tales.
Yeah, keep it simple, keep it safe. You know.
So
we're gonna go.
That messed with my brain. But yeah, Queen Elizabeth, like, I think probably also one of the more respected world leaders.
Absolutely.
Before she passed. I mean,
I want to say that her rating, as far as like her popularity rating, was in the mid to upper 60s, which is really amazing because like King Charles is starting off in the low 30 range. So.
Well, but I mean, I don't even mean between like British citizens or United or UK citizens. I mean like globally.
Right.
She was fairly well respected. I mean, you look like, I don't want to bring certain, I'll bring other names into it, not our names. Like, you know, you look at the previous prime minister of England, Boris Johnson.
That didn't end well.
Yeah, but I mean, like globally, he was not respected. You look at our former president, who globally was not well respected. The current president of Italy, I can't remember his name, or maybe it was the last president. I don't know that they may have had an election, but was not globally well respected. So,
but she was.
She was globally
and consistently over the entire reign.
Right.
There's been very, very few hiccups over those 70 years.
And I'm just wondering, like, is that because of the duration of her reign? That eventually people just realized that she was going to be a steady hand.
I think so. I think that was it. And I think that the way she approached the throne, you know, she approached the role of being queen with like, I guess there was like a level of dignity and I don't want to say humbleness to it, but it was like you almost could feel the weight of the crown, you know, as she served. And I think that was the big thing, was it was service to her. It was not, I am entitled and, you know, do these things. It is, I am here for the people. So
she was more of a dog and less of a cat.
Right.
Right. I've got you a different play.
Okay.
On why Queen E was so awesome.
Okay. Go for it.
In our lifetime, she was what? She was 96?
96.
96. Okay, so in our entire lifetime, she was pretty much an old, sweet little old lady.
Pretty much.
Who does not love a sweet little old lady?
Yeah, I did see an interesting meme as well. It said it had like Betty White and it had the Queen there, and it said final score 99-96, U.S. wins.
But yeah, and to your point, like also she literally was the Queen of England our entire life.
For 70 years, she's been the Queen of England. She is.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Since the day we were born, she was Queen of England.
We've never known anything
exactly.
different.
Right.
We've never, And so they were saying that, you have these people that come in and they're like they'll be a large figure in the government or in the royal family. But there are certain ones where you have an era named after them, and this will be the Elizabethan II era.
So say they've already got an Elizabethan era.
Yeah,
so.
So I mean,
That's what Shakespeare and all that.
right. So they said that basically that's what this will be known as, though this past 70 years, because she kind of set a standard, and
Right.
Especially where we now have recorded media of all of this. I mean, there's documentation of really how this was, which is something they've not had before. So they have now a goalpost that they can see, not just stories. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing to see. And I watched the funeral.
You mean all of it? Because that
I
thing
watched
went on
it
for days.
Well, whenever they actually the funeral that took place at Westminster Abbey.
Oh, okay.
Started at like 5:30 or 5:45 that morning, and they finally transferred her into the hearse at like 8:25 or something like that. And so I had it on at school as well, and the kids got to watch like all of that, the royal family, with them, the 142 naval officers that was pulling the gun carriage with her on there, had like the crown and the scepter and the orb and all of that was there, and the kids were like, they were asking these questions like, why are they doing this? What is this that we're in? Being a social studies history teacher, I was like, okay, this is what's going on, and they were able to like witness this huge event in history, which is pretty amazing. I mean, there's things that you remember in your life, right?
Yeah.
Where were you at on this time at this date?
Like when the towers fell.
Like when the towers fell. It was your birthday.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, he's a he's a September 11th guy. The towers falling. For me, I remember where I was at when I heard Michael Jackson went to the hospital and was. He wasn't pronounced dead yet, but I got a phone call and was like, "Hey, they just took Michael Jackson to the hospital." I remember exactly where I was at and what we were doing.
Mikey.
For me, Jerry Garcia, I know where I was at and what was going on whenever that happened. They're just those things, those big ones.
Right.
And yeah, this one is one of those I'm sure is going to be etched into memory.
I literally just like jaw dropped when I learned the Queen had passed, because I mean, you just didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
She really wasn't all that sick, but
yeah,
it was just I was at work walking down the hallway, and we have a beauty shop there at the nursing home, and I put a TV in there for them so they sit and watch. And I just walk by and I just look up, and I'm like,
what?
And I just stood there.
Is this the former movie room?
No, not where Padre's room is. The theater that I built.
Yeah.
The beauty shop is actually when you go into the main entrance, turn left.
Okay.
And it's like right in the middle of that hallway on the right. Yeah.
Okay.
Padre really wasn't into the perm, so we
his hair was a little short for that.
Yeah. God, I miss that man.
His bass right there behind us.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Lot of me and that man rocking out to Floyd a lot.
Yeah.
There before the end, man. It was just, and it's still. I'm like, every time I'll be driving down and it kicks on, especially Money clicks, and I'm just like, Padre, here we go, man. I was just like, he's still with me, and it just keeps going. But me and
we
Floyd,
listened completely to the whole Wall album today, like on vinyl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy that's staying with us on respite right now, he is a Pink Floyd fanatic. And Mom was here, and she was like, you know what? This is really triggering. And I was like, yeah. This is the first time I've really listened to the album completely through. And he's been gone for 4 years now. This, like...
Just a couple days ago.
Just like, yeah.
I never
4 days
realized
ago.
he was a... I knew he liked Pink Floyd, but I never realized he was a...
He was not like a super fan, like the I don't want to say
super fans,
but but he was a fan of Pink Floyd. Like we went to see The Wall, Roger Waters.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and yeah, he was a big Floyd fan. So, as a matter of fact, whenever he was in hospice, that was one of the things he wanted to listen to was that and Ivan Lee Meese, one of his buddies from whenever he played music. I've got a poster of his on the wall over there as well, and he wanted to hear. Whenever I played it on my phone, he was like, "Is that Ivan?" I was like, "Yep." And he listened to that album like probably 10 times, just like on repeat. And
Wow.
yeah, and then I guess that last night that he was lucid, that he was with us, he listened to Dark Side, and it just kind of calmed him down. And then after that, Dad was gone pretty much. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pink Floyd to me, like, I guess that's kind of why I've gravitated more toward the Grateful Dead, because Pink Floyd's it's got some weight to it now.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's not something you just sit and groove to anymore.
I don't groove to it anymore.
There's just got that soul to it now, and you're just like, it's been embodied.
Yep.
And I mean, it's awesome. I mean,
it's great that it holds those things, but it is
still that wound's still fresh.
Yep, still got some weight to it. So, yeah, crazy stuff.
Oh, before I forget, there was a video of the way that the British monarchs had passed.
Right.
Look it up. There's a couple different ones, but it's very interesting because I didn't know there was a king that died of overeating. There was a
that doesn't surprise me really. It really
must be so. And then there was a king that died from being impaled from the backside,
like with his anus.
With a poker, with like a fire poker.
Again, does not surprise me.
Let them eat cake.
So he was being buggered, huh?
He was being buggered real bad. I don't know if it was a hot poker, but I mean, there was just some of them and like, I'm glad that Queenie went out
with some it was cool that she passed away in like Scotland, in Edinburgh. They said that every morning. So did you guys watch the funeral at all?
Oh yeah, bits and pieces of it.
So the last thing that happened before the Navy or the Royal Guard or whatever carried the coffin out was a bagpipe. A piper was up in the kind of like off to the side playing, and they said that this was the Queen's personal piper, that he played for her every day, and she said that this was something that reminded her of being in Scotland when she wasn't there. She loved being in Scotland. So the last thing that he done for her was to play as her coffin was being carried out, which was, I thought, fitting.
Yeah, I think I saw an interview with that person.
Yeah,
and he was talking about like he was going to have he didn't know if he was going to be able to make the performance.
Yeah,
like he was afraid he was going to get choked up.
Yeah, lose his air. Yeah.
I know the lady that does the Queen's impersonations.
Yeah,
is actually retired from that. I don't know the lady's name, but she's in all the movies and stuff that kind of represent.
Yeah,
Queenie, as I call her, give her the street name, but she actually is retired from that out of just respect. She's like, I'm never going to impersonate the Queen again.
And I did hear another thing that was interesting today. When she passed, the royal beekeeper was charged with going out and letting the bees know that the Queen had passed. This was legit. So they have bees on site, and they it produces the honeys that are used there.
The bees are very respectful of their queen.
They are very respectful of their queen, but they did. There's a royal beekeeper, and his job was to let the bees know that the queen had passed. I guess you go out and announce to the hive.
Hey man, I'm sorry to break this, guys. There's no easy way to put this, but
I mean, come on, that's going to hit a bee hard. You tell them the Queen died?
Can you imagine the buzz that was in that hive after that?
Oh my Lord!
No, wait a minute. There should already be a queen in the hive, correct?
You're right. So you're not wrong there. But
back to your statement, would that be a queen commandant?
Here's what I'm wondering. Were they confused? Did they go in and check to see what is our queen okay? Is it?
I actually got stung by a yellow jacket today. No, not a yellow jacket. What are they? the Dirt Daubers. No, it wasn't the Dirt. No, it was Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket, little black and yellow jobs.
And I was mowing grass in one of the yards that I do, my little landscaping hobby thing.
Those things just itch.
Oh, dude, it's bugging. That's what made me think of it. And then you had to bring up the bees.
Yeah, one of the biggest things that gets me is itching. Like one of the worst things I've ever had is fire ants.
Oh yeah, you was talking about that in Texas.
Yeah, I got to eat up with them in Texas. It's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I got into them in Florida at my great uncle's place whenever I was like 10. Ugh.
Yeah.
Not cool.
But the whole thing with the Queen, man, is just, I don't know. It really caught me off guard. But you were talking about this lady that represented her in a lot of films and stuff. And this is true. I heard people talking about this after she passed. They were like remembering things and talking about things that happened with the Queen. And I don't think she was personally in the film. She may have been, but in one of the new James Bond films with Craig, whatever his name is.
Craig Ferguson?
No.
Like
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Craig Ferguson. What am I thinking?
But, you know, he's the Bond, the current Bond. Or I guess he just retired after the last one, but whatever.
Right.
But he was the Bond in the film. They actually went to Buckingham Palace to film part of that movie.
Right.
And I think she must have actually been in the film herself because it was so top secret, hush hush. And one of the guys talking about it was like, I'm pretty sure fewer people knew about that filming, that the Bond crew and film and cast were coming to the palace to film with the Queen.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm pretty sure fewer people knew about that than some of the classified stuff that takes
in the government stuff. Wow.
the government.
Dang.
But
that's
I just
hardcore.
Yeah. But apparently by all accounts, she was a very down to earth, humble woman.
That's what it seems like every media outlet and everyone they interview, they're like, she was the people's queen because she was very approachable and very level-headed about almost anything, like very logical. Even like to the point, like was it when Buckingham Palace caught fire? It coincided with like their 50th anniversary or something like that of her going ascending the throne, and they wanted to open it up to the public, and it took them 5 years to rebuild, and they were like using all of this extravagant like material, like there's green oak that's there, and they're saying that it'll take like 50 years because they like bent. You know, they had to bend it to fit in these certain places, and it'll take it like 50 years to actually like cure out and things. Oh, wow. So they were like, she was like, you know, I would love for it to, because it happened on the 45th anniversary, like it caught fire on that. She goes, I would love for it to be reopened to the public on the 50th. And there was like a year or year and a half left of the construction, like between whenever she wanted it to be done.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, we don't know if we can do this. And she's like, it's okay if you can't, but if you can. And it was kind of that the queen look, you know, and they were like, Your Majesty will have it done. And they were like, she's just the way that she approached it was like, almost like, you know, I would really, really like this if it can be done. And they were like, whatever you want.
What's the British? Yes, Mum.
Yes, Mum. It will be done. So yes, it's like I say, they said she was just such a unique member of the royal family. So because the others, I guess I don't want to. The title
snobby.
is still there, you know, and they know that it's there. But with her, she was more of a people person. So
yeah,
and I think
don't
she
get
was
that from the other ones.
She was what do you call it? Coronated?
Yeah,
when she was relatively young.
25 is when she became queen.
So, I mean,
coronated when she was 26.
So I mean, if you look at it, like she was in her mid 20s. Charles is what, 72?
72, yeah. And they said that she was not formally trained. She was not formally like, because you know, anyone that becomes, you know, a monarch, you know, is going to ascend the throne. They're like, you know, they go through like formal training on how to do this, and they're like, she didn't get any of that. She was well educated, and she was she's an intelligent person, but she was not shown the ropes as far as being the queen.
Yeah.
And then like she becomes queen. Just a few years later, her husband dies from cancer, and she's the one that's in charge.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So-
but that's kind of my point, though, to like what you're about her personality.
Yeah.
Is, she was relatively young when she ascended to the throne, and she didn't have a lot of that formal training, and she was more of a people's person.
Right.
Like a more, I don't want to say common, but she was more of just a regular person.
Right.
Than like, but you look at like all the people now, like Charles, and even Charles' children.
They were born into that role, and it's what they've had their whole life.
Yeah, and I think even some like William or Harry or the older one, isn't he older than she was when she?
Oh yeah,
like so that's her grandchildren are already older than she was when she became queen.
right. Yeah, they're like late 30s, early 40s. So anyway,
Yeah, I think that's it, man. I think we're good. 50th episode.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. It was
dude,
awesome
you've
as
got to
always.
come back more often.
You know where I'm at. I don't care.
So-
like every time, doesn't matter. I'll be here.
So
Just whenever.
if we do, like we got to call you up and get you over here to do more episodes with us, and like I want to do another one like of the I don't know, conspiracy theories or books that we've been reading, something that those kind of things. Because I love doing those. The idioms one was one of my favorite episodes. Let's do that
was
one
the
again.
Last one.
That was the last
first
one
time
Toby
I
was
was
on.
over.
Yes, I love
that
that
was
one.
over at Biscuit's house.
Yeah.
And that was actually before the pandemic.
That was. It's been a long time ago. So we
It
need
was
to
in the olden
retouch
days.
some of this stuff because I really, and I think the fans, our people that listen to us, those are the ones that we've gotten some feedback on. They're like, yeah, that was really good. We need to, we want to hear that. So
Good Lord.
That's
Dylan,
awesome.
The creek don't rise and fair and Midland. We went through all kinds of stuff that
we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the list is huge, so we can definitely find a lot more of those. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm game for just about
Oh, yeah.
anything. So
Well, Obi, I hope your stomach forgives us for the moonshine.
Dude, I have literally burped those pickles this entire show, but I forgive you.
oh goodness,
It was just
One of the home remedies for heartburn is to eat a pickle. I don't think that would do it.
That counts. No.
Have you, Saturday Night Live does the Jeopardy.
Oh,
thing
yeah,
with-
the Celebrity Jeopardy.
When Tom Hanks was on there.
Yeah.
The way you said pickle was just the way Tom Hanks said the
Yeah.
pickle. He's like, take your hand out of the jar, but I want a pickle.
But I want, but I want a pickle.
I don't want those pickles
Not
ever
those
again. No, that
pickles.
was a one-time only bucket list situation. It is now done and over with, and I'm very glad that part of my life is now over.
Well, Claywell, it's been an awesome run. 50 episodes.
Congratulations.
Time to pack it up.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Just this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do this
yeah,
again. Yeah. All right.
We'll
So
do
if you
more
want,
episodes.
If you want to find us, you can get us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/groups/2mindspodcast. Which one are you going to?
I'm going to do the hot site at twominds.podbean.com.
Awesome.
Right.
This is our host site.
Yeah, you can find all of this episode and
He's got
all
it
of
all.
our past episodes on our hosting site there. What else have we got?
Oh, it's a
that's the wrong
Gmail,
one.
right? If you want to send
We
us
have a Gmail.
Yeah, if you
We-
want to send
yeah.
us an email, you can hit us up, twomindspodcast@gmail.com.
That would be the one. Yeah. And I've been a lot more active on this next one here lately. Since I've been streaming, I've been a lot more active on the Twitter. So with my own personal stuff, not with the podcast stuff. But since I'm logged in, it shows me notifications for all the accounts. So,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, but you can interact with us on Twitter at Two Minds Podcast.
Yep, and then of course there's all of those mirror sites, that we show up on.
We've
Just
tried
make
to
sure-
share with everybody.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple Tunes, whatever those things are,
Yeah.
all of that kind of stuff. You can search us. Make sure you put us in quotes: Jason Claywell, Jeremy Ham, and you should be able to find us pretty quick. I actually had someone search us up on Spotify the other day, and they looked Two Minds Podcast up, and it popped right up, which was awesome.
Yeah, that's
So-
better. Used to, when you would look it up, it would pop up all kinds of specific episodes with the word Two Minds in them, but not our podcast.
Yeah,
which was really strange.
Yeah, it popped our. We weren't like at the very top of the list, but we were like with like 3 or 4 down. So I mean, I was able to find us really quick. Yeah,
cool.
So yeah, if you want to find us, that's how to do it.
I just burped the pickle again.
You're gonna be doing that at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're gonna be like, those sons of.
Call you tomorrow and be like, burn the pickles now.
You know, we could probably do that. Set fire to the jar.
I'm sure it
You
would.
could
Yeah.
just take it to church and they could use that for holy water. For
That's not
exorcism.
holy. That is definitely not holy.
That's the opposite of